Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm glad that you had the time to actually watch this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button twice because I can see a lot of people have been showing their support by subscribing, but the subscriptions keep running away. At the end of the day, it's about your dignity, it's about your self-confidence, and it's also about staying true to yourself. I know it's not easy to speak up most times when it comes to some certain issues that you are dealing with, especially when it involves other people. But it's a life skill that we have to learn to be able to communicate with others. And if they are dedicated to understanding what we are saying, then everything else will be put in place knowing that we have communicated how we feel. You see, not so long ago, I'm about to tell you a story time between me and brand advisor. Now, for those of you who are micro-influencers or influencers, you know that brand advisor is a company that will render their services to other brands and recruit a whole lot of micro-influencers to showcase their brand. If there's a new innovation to the brand, we as the micro-influencers are there to promote the brand and encourage the public at large to engage and buy into the new brand or the new innovation that has just been put out. Brand Advisor is one of those platforms that has given micro-influencers or aspiring influencers, people who have the talent for marketing and showcasing things, a chance to showcase their talent and their abilities in front of the camera. Not just the micro-influencers that can speak well, but also those people who are good at video production, those people who are good at editing skills. Brand Advisor has played a huge role in bringing forth those people to the public. People have made careers out of micro-influencing. Even though many of our family members or the public don't really look up to influencing unless maybe you are well established or you're a celebrity, it is a way in which you can make money to take care of menial things or even big things as well. It depends on your credibility as an influencer. If you've been in the marketing space for quite some time, you're going to get paid more. Nevertheless, I've been associated with Brand Advisor for a while, since 2021, and I so much appreciate their chance that they have given me to market their products. Now, not so long ago, I engaged in the Milo Cookies campaign, and we were given a parcel with a whole lot of goodies inside it. Yum. We were given the parcels with the cookies and the malt inside of it. I don't know how many of you watched my reels, as well as many other people, because I'm sure it was circulating all around Instagram, social media. So we were given these parcels and we were asked to create very authentic content, including the Milo cookies as well as the malt, and showcasing it in different scenarios. Maybe you're at the sports field, maybe you're at home, maybe you're waiting to cook. I did an example where I'm waiting to cook my proper meal. So before that, I'll snack on it. And then I did a picture content as well as another video content introducing the product. So many other influencers, talented influencers like myself, did the exact same thing. They decided to portray it in very creative ways on how you can utilize this new product called Milo Cookies. So it was an amazing project to have been included in, right? Now, in the beginning, I did mention about speaking up for yourself. I know it's a very daunting thing to do. I know it's very stressful. Sometimes when you put yourself out there, being alone, it can become very daunting, scary, because maybe there's nobody else who has the same type of bravery you have. So you end up speaking up alone. There's no alliance to actually endorse your idea of what should be done. And I understand that. But someone who works hard, someone who has always been alone and independent in thought, I don't say I find it easy, but it's something that I know I have to do if I need to get things done, if I want to be happy, if I need to stay true to myself. It's something that I need to incorporate in my life. Now, I'm not the biggest micro influencer. I do a whole lot of things. I do makeup, I do hair. I'm in the beauty space as well as fashion. I recently joined music not so long ago. I did all of this by myself, with the grace of God, of course. But all the ideas that I had in my head, I executed them basically by myself. You see? So all the opportunities that I've ever taken as a person to do modeling, for example, I built myself from the ground up to utilize these opportunities. People decided to put something in front of me in the form of maybe a casting. I don't ever second guess myself. I go there. I show up for myself. You see? So I've always been used to doing things by myself. That's the only way you get ahead in this life. Unfortunately, we all have the mindset that maybe one day someone will see us somewhere and come to save us. Only a small percentage of people actually get recognized that way. The rest of us, we need to build ourselves from the ground up. And I'm not just talking about simply going to castings or putting yourself out there. It also has a lot to do with the investment financially, spiritually, physically. You have to put yourself out there if you want to see your life moving or have different facets of your life busy growing for you. You need to invest in yourself in those ways. Now, let me not ramble too much. So, I engaged in this campaign and was successful. From video to picture content, I submitted all my content under the due date, like everybody else. And we all posted, everything was nice, everything was rosy. Then, a few weeks later, the organizers at Brand Advisor were asked to tell the micro-influencers to archive their content. Up to today, I might assume that maybe there's a rift or there was an issue. We don't know because they never told us. Many people got calls to archive their content. Many people got SMSs to archive their content. Now, that was not the issue, you see? But personally, I was not happy about it because, to tell you the truth, from year 2021 to 2024, I've only engaged in 2 campaigns. I've only engaged in 2 campaigns since year 2021 to year 2024 for Brand Advisor. And if I look at my other friends out there, they have engaged in a numerous, I can't even count. If I have to bring out one influencer, I don't want to do that. But they've engaged in numerous campaigns over the years. All right? Now, I would sit back in my house, at work, in front of my computer, in front of my books, and I would be pondering as to why don't I get as much campaigns. I mean, my following is good. I post very aesthetic content on Instagram as well as other social media platforms. Why am I not getting these jobs? I was starting to get a bit frustrated, to be honest, because I am someone who strives to do the best for myself. Anything that I put my mind to, I want to make sure it is A1 quality. It doesn't have to be just social media type stuff. Even in my academics, even in my workplace, I try my best. Even if it's not the best to other people, to me, it is my best. So I don't feel guilty if maybe I fall short of 1 or 2 things. But then, for the most part, I try my best. So, now they say that we should archive our content. Now, I was a bit reluctant, not even reluctant, I wasn't reluctant at all. I was stubborn. I was very stubborn to not archive my content, simply for the reason that I don't have that many brand deals that I've engaged in that will solidify me as a micro-influencer and will build my profile to make it solid. So that Milo campaign that I recently engaged in made my feed amazing. It brought a bit of variety. It brought a bit of, how do I say it? Yes, it brought a bit of versatility. The Milo campaign that I had engaged in brought a bit of versatility to my feed. Apart from posting lovely pictures at restaurants, posting lovely pictures in dresses, modeling, taking reels of places, the Milo content had added a bit of versatility to my feed. So I really appreciated that. So what I did was I stuck it out for a few days. I did not archive the post. I actually voiced my concerns to other fellow micro-influencers that I'm not happy with this decision. And they just urged me to simply archive it. But I knew that my own lifeline is not the same as theirs. Very soon, they'll get another campaign. And where does that leave me without one? And the sad thing is that I don't know what could be the reason. Because like everybody else, I would opt for those campaigns that I thought I was compatible for. I would go for those campaigns that I feel like I fit the requirements. But then, at the end of the day, there would be no response. So now, I got real bitter about it. I got real angry about it. That other people, what is the difference between other people and myself? Must it always be me struggling? I went through a journey of self-pity for a bit. Like, must it always be me busy doing things once, twice? I need to try again 3 times. I need to try again 4 times. It's always me that has to be struggling to get opportunities. What is different between me and other people? Am I not competent enough? I started busy questioning myself. And then I stopped. After all, there are people that we are communicating with while doing these campaigns, right? So what I decided to do is message the brand manager for that cookies campaign, the person that is overseeing the whole campaign. I went to her and then I messaged her that I will not be able to archive the campaign simply because I am not happy. I know maybe there might be an issue between Milo and brand advisor. I don't know, just like everybody else. But it is affecting me greatly because I don't have that many material. So I asked her to please give me a replacement campaign so that I can easily archive the Milo campaign. Simple. Now, she was very professional about it and she was only doing her job. She first deleted the message after I sent the message. I will attach a screenshot so you can see. She first deleted the message. Then she replied that if I am proving stubborn, it will affect my relationship with brand advisor and I might not work for them again. Now, being the way I was at that point, I already zoned out of the possibility that I might get, maybe blackballed and not work with them again. So I was like, okay, no problem. So I just said, okay, bye-bye then. But something actually told me a few days later, not even a few days, maybe like a week or so after that, because I kept on opting for campaigns anyway, because I thought that if I just show them that I'm trying to opt for a campaign, then it would give them more options to consider me for 1 or 2 campaigns. So I can archive that Milo campaign. That's what is going on in my head. You see, the main issue is not to be disrespectful. You see, it is to just communicate with them so they know how I am feeling at that point. Because at the end of the day, they can't be abusing people. Because that's how I see it. Someone will go there and dedicate their time, their brain, their resources to creating authentic content for you. And then you would tell people to archive a post that they worked so tirelessly on. I know it's not like being in a mine and controlling equipment. I know it's not like mopping the floors for 8 hours. I know it's not like filling paperwork at a corporate job. People look down on it, don't they? Yeah, they do. It's the truth. If you have to tell your uncle at a corporate firm that, oh, I do micro-influencing for a living, he's going to give you
bombastic side eye.
Do you understand? Someone who's an accountant, has been working in the corporate space for such a long time. You tell him, you are a micro-influencer, you're into arts, you create videos. Obviously, he's going to look at you funny. He's going to be a bit tactful and empathetic so he does not hurt your feelings. But at the end of the day, you see? So I know people look down on it, that they don't really rate it that way. But it's still some type of work. It requires brain work. It requires intellectual capacity to create that content. And that's what I need people to understand. And I communicated that very well. The lady replied that it was going to affect my work relationship with the brand advisor. So I was like, okay, no problem. So what I did later on was, while I was at work, I was just pondering over a lot of things. You see, my desk is filled with compliance notes. There's study notes from varsity as well. There's my computer. I might be listening to some beats on YouTube, like a beats window shopping, trying to find maybe like the correct type of beat. Maybe if I like this beat, I might write a song to it. And, I've got a lot of thought processes going on while I'm at work, in front of my desk. So an idea pops up in my mind that I should actually find the email address to brand advisor and write to them. And so I did. I'm going to read the message for you and attach it on screen.
And have been privileged to create content for previous campaigns in the past. Recently, I was assigned a project called the Milo Cookies campaign. I completed all the assignments from video to picture content. This makes me proud of myself, and my work is a reflection of my creative style and dedication. However, there has been a rift between Brand Advisor and Milo South Africa that has affected all the micro-influencers involved in that project, including myself. I am writing this email because I have been asked to archive my work until further notice. That is not the problem. The problem is between 2021 and 2024. The project managers have assigned me only 2 projects, the No Hair campaign in 2021 and the Milo Cookies campaign in 2024. This makes me believe that they have favorites that they like to give work to, and this frustrates my life knowing that I'm trying to get ahead. Do you see how heartbreaking it would be for me to archive my work when I barely have any material to support my influencing journey? I am pleading with you as well as other brand managers to replace my Milo Cookies campaign with another active project so that I may be able to archive and replace my work. So I went further down, and I'll say they even went as far to communicate to me that they will not allow me to work for future projects because I simply asked them for a replacement project with a valid reason. I do not have enough material. If it gets to the point that you still not help me even when I have drafted this letter, then I will have to accept my fate and not work with Brand Advisor again. You people don't even value my time or work, and I see that, so it's okay. And then I decided to attach my details at the end of the email.
I was very tactful about it. I wasn't rude, but I also expressed my feelings. So within a day, a message came back. And they said they looked into the matter. And someone would call me at 2 p.m. Guys, I'm so grateful for the fact that I took that step to write a message to them. Imagine what would have happened if I had not written the message to that email. I'll be sitting there thinking that people are isolating me. People that don't know what's going on with me and my micro-influencing journey are isolating me. People that have no idea. If I didn't bring it to their attention, some of them won't know what is happening. The beauty of speaking up. So, I waited. I know I am very careless when it comes to handling calls, but I waited diligently for the phone to ring yesterday. And it did. At around 2 to 3 p.m., I managed to catch the call, and I spoke to one lady on the call. She brought out a series of receipts, including all the campaigns I have opted for this year alone. She cared to actually explain why maybe I wasn't considered for 1, 2, 3, or 4 of them. She explained and gave reasons as to why I am not considered. She even made sure to tell me that it's nothing personal, that they are literally filtering according to the requirements. All those questions are very important, and the way in which you answer them, that will determine whether you are considered for a campaign or not. You see? Now, then she went to the Milo Cookies campaign. She assured me that, okay, I am so sorry that you are going through this right now and you haven't been included in all these campaigns all this while. She asked me about one campaign that is going to take place soon. She asked me how old I was and, some other questions. And I said, yes, I'm available for it. That lady took about 30 minutes to make sure I understand. She took 30 minutes to make sure I understand what is going on. She laid the cards on the table. Now, tell me, would I have had that discussion if I did not write the message? Lots of people are afraid of speaking their mind. But people like me who have been through struggle their whole lives, there's nothing to lose. The worst that can happen is if someone says no, and that is it. You move on. And to have a mindset of abundance is very important. If this doesn't work for you, you do something else. As difficult as it will be. I was just thinking to myself, okay, brand advisor is a very good way in which you can build your profile because these people are really helping our youth. Even those that are not well recognized in the social space, they're really helping our youth by getting all these brands to work with us. I was like, even if they don't use me again, I was thinking maybe along with my music career, I'll just put some money aside. I'll hire a videographer. I'll do my things like that. It's not going to be easy, but there's a solution to this. I can do it by myself. I can, until someone sees me. But thank God for the main reason that I actually said something. And that is why I'm encouraging you guys to please speak up your mind, no matter how hard it is. You're afraid of losing opportunities. Others will come. Others will come. As long as you know you've got something to offer. And I mentioned in my email, if you feel like I've got nothing to offer and that you don't value my work, then that's okay. I'll accept that fate, that you can kick me out because you can simply replace me. That was it. But the people that cared, and I thank them so much for it, because some people, they just want you to agree with them. Do what I say. If you don't do what I say, you're out. Thank God for people like that. Thank goodness for people who are compassionate and they are the same people that are in a leadership position, because they now made it much better. I know I had a valid reason. Had it been maybe they hadn't responded to me the way they did, that would have been a different story, but it wasn't. Take that risk. Take that risk. That's all I am saying. All right, guys, I'm sure now you could see that I managed to do a bit of eyebrow, a bit of eyeshadow. Usually I have my dreads out, because I just don't feel like it. And today I was already regretting my decision to put makeup and a wig on, because it was like I'm scowling for things, I'm scratching for things up and down, and I don't even have the energy. Usually I would just be in my bed scrolling through TikTok or, engaging on posts. If you want to join our engagement platforms, I'm going to pin them down and then you'll be able to join onto the engagement platforms. The engagement will help with your Instagram, your YouTube, your TikTok, and any other social platforms that you usually post your content on, so that it will increase and boost your engagement and you'll be able to get more jobs. So I'm going to put the links at the end of this video, and it is your choice whether you want to be part of the engagement groups. There's one on WhatsApp and there's one on Instagram. There's two on Instagram that I am part of. So I'm going to put them in the bio, and you'll be able to do that for yourself. For micro influencers, even if you're a big influencer, you are also welcome to join into the group. Let's build each other. Let's grow. These engagement groups are not for everyone to just sit and not do anything. You have to be liking, you have to be commenting, you have to be reposting if you feel the need to repost this content, because that's the only way these groups will serve their purpose. All right, that is it for today. You know, I always speak about music, fashion, and anything that happens to be my mind at that particular moment in time. Take good care of yourself. Remember to subscribe, and goodbye.